Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Medeco number CP-280620 strike reinforcement strike box for Maxim deadbolt lock. And this video is to serve as visual and dimensional evidence of the item itself. You've got what would be the dust box. There's going to be two of them, really. They're basically the same item in the sense that it's a dust box, but here's a metal version of the dust box. Then, of course, they have the reinforcer that's going to go behind the strike. Okay, and then your dust box, should you be choosing to use that. So really what we're seeing here are three different parts, and the question is what is available for the Maxim deadbolt. And really what they're talking about is the strike reinforcement strike box. That's what this is. This is a dust box. This happens to be made of steel, zinc plated, obviously. This reinforcer that's here would be intended to go underneath your strike. These two holes on the side are meant to take the longer screws that will be biased towards the face of the stop, or installed towards the stop, so that you can run those long screws into the stud behind the frame. Having a plastic dust box, obviously you're not installing that for security, but I would encourage you to hang on to that. Because dust boxes not only visually clean off the installation when you look in the strike, and there are those holes that are in the inside of the cavity. That's for you to run a strike into your studs as well. Okay, so they'll clean when you're looking in the strike. They'll clean off the look, but they'll also help prevent the encroachment of particulate from the wall coming out through the hole of the strike. Okay, that's what this is really for. Overall height of the dust box, just shy on 2 3/4. The overall width, just shy on 1 1/8. Its overall depth, about 1 1/16. Height of the dust box itself, about 1 3/8. And then the width of the dust box, about 13/16 or so. Okay. You are certainly not going to use the plastic dust box. And if you're using the strike reinforcer, you're going to need to either not use your dust box, or what you could do, what would be kind of cool, would be to drill a couple of additional holes through that, run your long screws through everything into the studs, and then just mortise it for the depth of the dust box, the thickness the thickness of the dust box here, the thickness of the reinforcer, and then your strike plate. You could sandwich all that together and give yourself a nice installation. And if you're really intent, what I was about to say was you can, take this type of security to the extreme. You can buy much larger strikes. You can, I've had some clients get extremely exotic with, what they've done to the back side of a wood frame and lining it with steel. We even, for one customer, the old saying, give the lady what she wants. Took a wood door, a stile and rail wood door that we manufactured. We made the stile and rail wood door. When it was all said and done, he had us route the entire edge of the door. If the door was 1 3/4, we routed it 1.5 inches. And then we dropped a piece of 1/8 of an inch thick steel, a steel flat bar, 1.5 inches, 1/8 inch, the entire length of the door. Drop that into the door, and it became his continuous reinforcement. Wood, then steel went down. Oak, the species of wood was red oak, or white oak. Oak went down, glued that all together, clamped it all together, planed it down at the door factory edge. It was a factory edge at that time, except there was a piece of 1/8 inch steel behind that piece of wood. I would suggest that would make, and of course preparations were made for the latch bolt to go through, and I would suggest that would be fairly kick resistant. So really a sleeper of a door that was. Okay. So finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Medeco products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. The name Medeco is synonymous with high security cylinders, is the bottom line. They have a system that's unique to them in terms of an overall sense. There are other people that use some of the features that Medeco champions. Some features are quite uniquely Medeco when it comes to high security cylinder. I just touched something hot. High security cylinders. Their Medeco 3 system, as a notable mention, they will be able to give you 1,000. They will be able to give you 1,000,000 actual change keys from their Medeco 3 system. So if you have a school district that might have, you know, a few dozen schools, it's possible that a Medeco 3 system may be able to provide you with the sort of expansion specification needed to run a high security cylinder system. You want to be able to control who's cutting keys, who has keys, and do so in such a way that you can create the quantity of differs. And the way that they're doing it, not to get lost in the woods, or the weeds, I should say, on the system, but Medeco has a principle in general, is they have angled cuts. So let's say that there are 6 cuts, and there are, let's just say, I don't remember if I think they're a 2-step system. Let's say that there are a total of 4 cut possibilities in a master key system. So 6 to the 4th power, but then each of their pins is left, straight, and right cut. So multiply that to the 3rd. So that's where you're getting all the different possibilities of changes, because it's not the quantity of pins alone, but it's how they treat those. And then there's other stuff that goes in. If you are ever studying the servicing of high security cylinders, Medeco will be a primary chapter in that book, so to speak. Any questions on the Medeco CP-280620? This is a strike box reinforcer or any other Medeco product. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.